Alright guys, I just want to do a free video show y'all some of the awesome trades we did today in ramped up trading. Man, once again we're killing it. We killed it again today. I mean, so many awesome trades called out today. Literally tons of trades called out for anywhere from 50 to 100, maybe even 200%, depending on how long you held them. Who knows, maybe even more. So first of all, we got this new chat, EchoFin. First trade of the day, I called out NVIDIA under 209.50. As you can see, this is what the alerts look like. This is what you'll get on your phone, trade alert tab. So 209.50 wasn't a big trade, but it was right under here. The options went up about $1. They went from I think like $3 to $4 or $3.50 to $4.50, something like that. I'm not going to go look at the prices. Y'all can go do that. But I know they went up a good bit, like 30, 50%, which was, a pretty good trade, obviously. On options, that's not that big. But, I mean, anytime you can get 30% or 50% on a trade, that's awesome usually. I think people with options get a little greedy because they're used to bigger gains. But I tell people, don't, think of it as a equity trade. If you could get 30 or 50%, that's awesome. So that was first trade called out. Then we came with Amazon under 16.15, short under pre-market lows at 16.15. Amazon. All right, so you come to Amazon. These options went up like $2. We shorted right here. Wait, why is it not giving me? Oh, okay, it doesn't. I'm new to TC2000, guys, so. All right, we called it right here under 16.15, right here. I didn't get time to put it in a room. I was really trying to call it out like right here, but by the time I had called it out, it was here. But options went up $2 all the way down to here. Awesome trade. I think the options went from like $4 to $7 or $6 or whatever, or $5 to $7, something like that, which is still about almost 50% trade, or right at a 50% trade, maybe a little under, depending on, I think it was either 4 to 6 or 5 to 7. So another great trade, as you can see, called out in the chat, guys. Let's see. Facebook, I think, was one under okay, yeah, Facebook was one called out right here under these lows. I think right at right around here, around 150, 170. Oh, let me see. So 150.50 right here. Options, I'm not going to go look at them. Y'all can go look at them. Options went up about probably 50%. Another great trade. Then you come to, we have so many trades, guys, and they get some of them. When we get to some other ones, they're even bigger. SPY was called out right here under 271.50. SPY under 271.50. Right here. Bam. You got this move down. Options probably went up 50%, maybe even more depending on what you played. Great trade. This is, we do this, we've been doing this every day in ramped up trading. I'm going to probably put it on the market volatility. I know that has a lot to do with it, so I'm not going to sit there and say, but for the last month, we've been killing it every day like this. We have been in a very volatile market, but hey, we've been capitalizing on it. So then you got Netflix under wait a second. No, not Netflix. That would never trigger So it only got two. That one didn't trigger. So let's see. Oh, that one didn't trigger either. I remember. Okay, so I'm looking for all ones that triggered. Oh, lows. We caught this reversal. Buy at 96. Here's the entry. This one triggered. Entry 96. And as you can see, it ripped all the way to 97.50. We caught it right over here, over 96. Ripped all day. So many more to go through, guys. SPY, let's see. Right over here at 272. Here's the entry. 272.15. Right around here, and you had this rip up, right? Let's see what else we had. I have a whole list of these to go through, guys. I'm not going to explain the trades in details. I do that for the members only. You know, this is just to give you an idea of what we had to offer in ramp up trading. BA was called out over 360 right here, over these highs at 360. There's your entry, 360. All these are called out. You know, these are all, you get all these alerts to your phone, or you can be in the chat live on screen share. We call them out and we alert them in the chat, and you get them to your phone if you don't have time to be in the room. So Apple. Apple was called out over 219 right here. Came back, it gave you a little pop up, came back down, popped up again, right? So nice little trade on Apple over 219. This was a great one. Amazon. This is where you get into some of the big trades. 1631. Over high day 1631. It rips all day. You probably got 100-200% in the option, depending on what you played. I don't know. I didn't go look at every single option and write it down, but I know a lot of guys did hold these all day in the chat. A lot of these moves, and did make, you know, double their money on them. So Nvidia. This was called out over 213. Right here at highs, 213. Here's your alert, over 213. Guys, you see where I'm going with this, right? I mean, this is every single day we've been doing this, and a lot of people, you know, been given, you know, had some people saying things like, oh, you know, how do we know these alerts are called out? Well, that's why I'm doing these videos now, because I don't want any doubts on people and people who don't believe it. I don't want any doubts on the people on Twitter who are saying, you know, where's the alert? So we've been time stamping everything, and I've been doing these videos to show you guys. We're not just making this stuff up, pulling it out of nowhere, you know. These are all, Roku was under over 56. See this little flag formation? We caught it right over there, right above that at 256. Here's your alert. I mean, over 56. Roku over 56. Buy. It ripped all day. You see where I'm going with this? So then you have Facebook. Facebook starts going over. Oh, actually, Facebook didn't. That was one that did not trigger. So let me go to another one. So I mean, those are pretty much the majority of them. I'm looking through some more. I know there's more, but let's see. So yeah, those are pretty much the majority of it. And then we called a bunch out on Mike. You gotta understand, guys, that a lot of this stuff is called out on Mike. because we don't have time to put the alerts in. We're not going to call something out if we don't have time to type it and then have our members chase, right? So if we have time to put it in, we will. But if we don't, we'll call it out to the people who are on screen share, and then if we don't have time to type it in chat and it starts ripping without us past our entry report, we don't want to put it in as someone who's not in chat, who didn't, because we don't want them. There's people who aren't in chat, they get the alert and they don't hear us on mic saying, okay, if you didn't get in right when we called it out before we got to type it in, don't chase it. You'd be chasing, it would not be a good entry now. So they might not know that. So if we don't get the time to do that, we will not put it in. But this is just an example, guys. I'm going to start doing these every day. Man, y'all come check us out. The proof is in the pudding. Go watch our past videos that I've made in the last few days. I've been doing these every day. And every day we're getting, we've been getting these huge moves, and we've been just killing it and capitalizing on this volatile market very, very well. So if you want to learn to trade options and get these big 50 to 100% moves, 50% move in an option, there are some guys who are up 50% today and they didn't take it, and they held. I was telling them take it, and they held for the bigger move and ended up getting 100 or 200%. And sometimes that's not good. Sometimes you do have to hold for the bigger move, but you want to at least pay yourself, because I know people who are used to options. 50% really isn't even that, or 30% isn't big. Someone who trades equity is like, what, 30%? That's a lot. But in option world, that's not that much. So that's the power of options. If you want to learn to trade option, guys, come to Ramp Up Trading. Two great guys who've been trading options for years. We have a great strategy that will help you stay in these trades longer. With a crossover cloud strategy we use. I'm not going to go into detail about that. You can come join us, and you can learn the strategy to help you stay in these trades and maximize your gains with these options. And you'll get these crazy moves for 50 to 200%, and sometimes more. The other day, 2,900% in Nvidia. I mean, it's just insane. 1,000% in Amazon the other day. So y'all have a good day. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Y'all come check us out. Peace. www.rampuptrading.com